Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jeff Flash, and let's continue with the Death Battle series, shall we? So, last time I reacted to episode 41, it was what was it again? Ragna versus Soul Bad Guy. Yep, that's what it was. And then these two characters, of course, were revealed in the end, and apparently their names were, if I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, Gaara, I'm thinking, I don't know. And then the other one's Toph, which hopefully I said that right too, so it's Gaara versus Toph for episode 42, and apparently looking at this, Toph is from a thing called Avatar, which I'm not familiar with, and Gaara, I'm very surprising, apparently he's from Naruto, which I'm not familiar with that. I mean, I've heard of Naruto, but I don't know any of the characters or anything. I don't watch Naruto, so I don't know about these guys. But if I'm not mistaken, though, my cousin Caleb actually had, like, Naruto DVDs, so if I'm not mistaken, I think I might have saw Gaara one point, maybe some guy that looked like him. So maybe that was Gaara. Maybe I saw. I don't know. I don't really remember. That was like last year. But never mind. So we're gonna go out ahead and get to this death battle. This ought to be a good one. Sorry, I was just kind of trying to fix my hair here. I mean, I got out of the shower and everything, but it still messes up. So let's go ahead and get into this death battle. Like John Cena, Triple H always say, your time is up, my time is now. It's time to play the game. Let's go ahead and get into this death battle episode. Gaara versus Toph in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Squarespace, the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your idea. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Try Squarespace at squarespace.com/screwattack and instantly get 10% off. I'm making boomstickrules1.com for obvious reasons.
I don't want to.
Throughout Death Battle, we've seen all manner of weapons and abilities, but these two combatants command the very earth around them. Gaara of the desert, and Toph Fong, the blind bandit.
Toph Mei Fong, huh? That's her full name.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Ooh, it's cartoon animated, I guess.
Gaara of the desert is a short, skinny, pale stick of a kid, but he's also one of the deadliest shinobi in the world. He looks like a member of Green Day. Gaara is the son of the fourth Kazekage, leader of the village hidden in the sand. Born prematurely at the cost of his mother's life, Gaara was destined for a childhood of depression and loneliness from the get-go. Not even a minute old and already has a kill under his belt. Though, technically, he had a little help. Because, you see, as he was being born, his father was like, hey, you know what would be awesome? Using ninja magic to seal a horrible monster in my son's belly to turn him into an ultimate weapon.
Dang.
The process was successful, and Gaara became a Jinchuriki, human beings who have powerful tailed beasts trapped within them. Gaara's beast was Shukaku,
That was scary.
a giant tanuki with power over sand. Oh, I want a tanuki as a pet. They're so fluffy and adorable, you just want to hug. Holy shit, what is that?
You said it, Boomstick.
Humanity, and at first, Gaara had difficulty controlling the monster's
19.
rage, accidentally hurting others. As such, he was shunned by his own people, forced to live a secluded life. Well, yeah, I mean, he's got a goddamn tummy monster. It's not like Pepto-Bismol's solving that. Convinced his only option was to fight and care for only himself, Gaara became a ruthless killing machine. But it's not all bad. Having a digestive desert demon gives him control over all things sand. He can wield it as a weapon using his mind to trap and crush his foes. Oh, and he can also use it to frickin' fly. How the hell does that work? He can mentally adjust the density of his sand, whether it needs to be lighter than air or stronger than steel. He can even use it to stop bombs powerful enough to wipe out an entire village. He can control any sand in his vicinity using his chakra, a spiritual energy shinobi access for superhuman abilities, such as walking up a tree. This guy is like the ultimate emo kid, but I'm not gonna give him too much crap, because he can use existing sand to crush the ground around him for even more sand. So he's never without easy access to ammo. Despite this, he still carries a gigantic gourd of sand on his back. It's huge. You'd think that'd be hard on his spine. Interestingly enough, its
Oh,
unique
so that's
shape
his
and
sand?
size is a reference to how in Japanese folklore, tanukis were considered to be so well endowed they'd have to sling their testicles over their shoulders. Awesome. But the thing is, Gaara's gourd is not carrying any ordinary testicles. I mean sand. Gaara has infused his own chakra into the gourd sand. This directly links it to Gaara, making it much easier for him to control. He's so skilled with it, he can even forge weapons from it, bury people underground, or send it into another person's bloodstream and control them like some sort of puppet. Talk about an itch you're not gonna scratch. Also, Gaara eventually battled and defeated his own father, who happened to be a zombie at the time. His father used a magnetic release ability to control gold dust, much like Gaara does sand. Even though he can't do the zombie dad magnet thing, Gaara added gold dust to his gourd sand anyway, giving him more control over its weight. But wait, there's more. With her dying breath, Gaara's mother somehow imparted her own power into this sand. It became living sand, an extension of her will, determined to follow and protect Gaara. It will spring from the gourd to defend him from any danger, regardless of risk and without command. This absolute defensive technique is called the absolute defense. Pretty good name, really. Gaara's sand is so dense
Not a
and
bad
fast,
name.
only someone who can move nearly the speed of sound can pass it. Gaara can also use everyday sand to create defenses such as his sand armor, which encases him in a shell to soften blows. Unlike his automatic absolute defense, the sand armor is self-created and requires a large amount of his chakra to maintain. Gaara's skill with sand is only limited by how much chakra he's got left in his system. After running low, he could tag out and give Shukaku a turn fighting, until a group of crazy people literally pulled the sand monster from his body for good. That must have hurt. It's gotta be like twice as bad as the night after Chipotle. He died. Oh,
Oof.
the same then. Turns out losing Shukaku was actually a blessing in disguise. After being resurrected,
And
Gaara
there's
spent some
Naruto.
time reevaluating his emotional roller coaster of a life. Inspired by Naruto Uzumaki, he began to truly understand compassion. His attitude changed. His people began supporting him. He even commanded the Allied Shinobi forces during the Fourth Great Shinobi War. And, like his late father, Gaara also became... a zombie? Kazekage. Damn! Well, even non-zombie and missing Shukaku, Gaara still retained his powerful chakra and skill over sand. In their fight, Gaara was so powerful, his father mistook him for Shukaku itself, despite the
Wow.
sand monster being long gone. Gaara is stronger and smarter than ever, all thanks to his mother's love. I miss Mama Boomstick. Few can withstand the overwhelming power of this sand shinobi. Or Mama Boomstick's cooking. Hey! You're uninvited to Thanksgiving. I never was. Exactly.
Dang. Not gonna say anything.
As the only child of the wealthy Beifong family, Toph was kept a secret from the rest of the world. Hidden away, she was pampered and guarded like a fragile child. Her parents were hopeful she could someday become a noble, respected member of Earth Kingdom society. But their hopes were pretty much dashed from the moment she popped out. See those faded whites? Yeah, Toph's completely blind.
My daughter is blind. She is blind and tiny and helpless and fragile.
Still, fragile is the last word that I would want to use to describe this chick. Frustrated by her parents' stubborn coddling, Toph ran away from home at the age of 6 and ended up losing her way in a cave. Until she was rescued by some giant badger moles. Yes, they're badgers. And they are moles. Imagine one of those things burrowing into your home. What kind of pest control do you even call for that? Oh wait, I know. Fire. Like Toph, badger moles are blind, so they took a liking to her. Well, how the hell would they know? And as the original artists of the craft, the badger moles began her training in the art of earthbending. These giant varmints taught Toph how to manipulate rock and stone. Using movements similar to the Gaara praying mantis martial art, Toph can telekinetically throw, grow, shrink, and alter Earth in any conceivable way, making for some pretty down-to-earth attacks and defenses. The badger moles also taught Toph how to see. Wait, these ridiculous creatures are also masters of LASIK surgery? No, Toph does not use her eyes to see. Of course, her other senses are extremely accurate, and as a master earthbender, Toph can sense the location of Earth anywhere. Even more impressive, though, the Badgermoles navigate their tunnels using an earthbending technique known as the seismic sense, and Toph quickly picked up on this talent. It's kind of like sonar, detecting the exact location and movement of a person or object through their interaction with the ground.
I feel the vibrations in the earth, and I can see where everything is. You, that tree, even those ants.
She
Cool.
feels every movement, every footstep, every heartbeat, so precisely she can even tell if a person's lying.
A woman who can always tell when I'm lying? No, thank you. Toph is so good at this that even her closest friends sometimes forget she's blind.
Ow!
Sorry. But don't worry, they're reminded. In only 6 years, Toph had completely mastered earthbending. She even won the Earth Rumble 4 tournament multiple times under her stage name, the Blind Bandit.
But Toph didn't stop her training with just earthbending. At first, softer earth proved difficult for her seismic sense.
I feel the vibrations in the ground with my feet, but the sand is so loose and shifty, it makes everything look fuzzy.
But she has since demonstrated her mastery in both sand bending and mud bending. She can also change the density of earth from sand to stone and back.
Cool.
And before you start making any density or hardening innuendos, she's 12.
Okay. But her greatest achievement is the discovery of an all-new bending art, one thought to be impossible. Metal bending.
Metal bending.
By manipulating the earthy composition within, Toph can bend nearly any type of metal just as well as stone. The exception being highly purified metals such as platinum.
Toph quickly mastered metal bending and went on to teach it to others.
She eventually even founded and led a metal bending police force.
And that's after conquering Earth Rumble 4, holding up a building the size of a castle, defeating an entire army almost single-handedly, and dueling King Boomy to a standstill. And that guy's conquered an entire hostile city by himself.
Even in her old age, Toph was capable of going one-on-one with a new avatar, and her seismic sense could locate people across the world.
She knows when I've lied and where I've been. Women should not have these powers.
I am the greatest earthbender in the world. Don't you two dunderheads ever forget it.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
But quick pause. Alright, so this ought to be an interesting one, because both Gaara and Toph are pretty well powerful and very just learning tricks, I guess, and everything. So this could probably be another hard decision to make, especially since I don't know these characters. So, I mean, I've heard about Naruto more than I heard about the thing, Avatar, that Toph is from, so I'm pretty much just am gonna go with Gaara, but after everything that they just went through about Toph, she, for some reason, looks like she might have a chance of winning, so for some reason I have a strong habit thinking that Toph's gonna win this, but I'm gonna vote for Gaara. If I'm wrong, then that's fine. Like I said, at least I'm not putting my money on it. Otherwise, I'd be losing a lot of money right now. So I'm gonna go for Gaara. I'm voting for Gaara. I don't know if I'll be right, but as I said, it's just a voting competition. Well, it's not really a competition. It's just a vote. You know, as I said, not everybody's always right. I'm just gonna vote for Gaara. So let's continue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And speaking of Gaara, there he is. Looks pretty good actually in that animation. And here comes Toph. Like a building elevator of some sort. Pretty cool voice.
Oh yeah, tough guy? Make me.
Nice voice actress. Alright, here we go. Yeah, and there's the chocolate sand of Gaara. Oh, nice. Okay, Toph's got some defenses with rocks and everything.
Interesting. She commands stone as fluently as I control sand.
By the way, I can tell you're using your sand to smash up the ground underneath us for more ammo. Pretty smart for a sand. Too bad I'm gonna kick your butt before you can use any of it.
Yeah, of course, Toph can see her opponent's attack, so he can see what Gaara was up to. What do you say? I didn't hear that. Never mind. Okay, you gotta rock the fall. Is that a lasso? Oh, there's a... I guess a shield, I think. Oh, spikes.
Sorry, Grumpy. I'm not ready to be a shish kebab just yet.
It looks like she's gonna have to find a way to break that shield. Nope.
Come on! Are you really that scared of a little blind girl? I'm touched.
Well, Toph does actually have a point. Oh! Well, that forced him out of the shield. Oh, there goes his sand armor.
Impressive insight, Gloomsville. I'm digging the whole hearing sand thing, though. That's new.
I like how Gaara's voice, even though he's actually 19 years old, he sounds like an adult man. I like that voice. Toph's not bad either. Okay.
Dream on, creep. It'll take a lot more sand than that to take me down.
That's the point, huh? Golly!
Oh,
That was perfect, the eyes. Oh, those eyes were perfect. Oh, she's still safe. Oh. Oh! Is it, though? Is it really? Oh, no, she's still alive. Okay.
jeez, I almost felt that.
That's impossible.
You kidding? Pay attention, Sandy. I'm about to school you.
Whoa, here we go. Okay, Toph's got a lot of rocks now. Apparently she's got some pretty good defenses now. Whoop, here we go. Is that the gold dust? Oh, she just deflected it. Wow. That looked like gold dust, I think. I don't know. Oh! Choking him. Oh no, there goes the sand armor. What's gonna happen? Oh! Well, looks like Gaara's done for. Oh well.
Weasel! Why did it always make
Son of a
have to lose?
weasel.
Yeah, but here's
Oh,
why.
boomstick.
Gaara's sand is monstrous, and its speed and power could easily obliterate most foes. But with Toph, it's another story. Really? She's freaking blind, for God's sakes, and he can fly! Oh, ho, ho. In the official behind-the-scenes extras of the Avatar Book 2 DVD, we found this. Toph can feel the Earth, even if it isn't connected to the ground.
Oh.
Toph is tough, but her real strength lies in her precision and technique. With her earthbending and seismic sense, she could see Gaara's attacks coming the instant they began, regardless of if he was in the air. While Gaara's chakra-infused sand is controlled by his late mother, it's still sand. Just like in an earthbending duel, Toph was able to influence it long enough to misdirect or block attacks. Also remember, Gaara added his father's gold dust to the mix, giving Toph two different bending options just in case. Unlike platinum, gold contains traces of iron and copper, and can be metal bent. To top this off, Gaara keeps himself covered in his sand armor, so Toph could always sense where he was. And it specifically stated that the sand armor uses up large amounts of Gaara's own chakra, not his mother's sand.
Oh.
So, when he ran low on chakra, it became difficult to maintain. Thus, Toph had no problem turning Gaara's greatest defense into his worst weakness. Gaara couldn't stand up to Toph. I know you're floored. I really ground that one in, didn't I?
Yeah,
What can I
darn
say?
you,
It's my
Boonstick.
earthly delight.
Never
The
mind.
winner is Toph Beifong.
Alright, well, good job, Toph.
Can we just bury the hatchet? I'm out.
I don't know what Boomstick just said, but whatever.
Next time
Who's
on
next?
Battle.
Samus? Samus is back, huh? Country Bound. Who's that? Boba Fett? Oh, it's a rematch. Boba Fett versus Samus Aran. Oh, I remember that. That was the very first ever episode of Death Battle that they ever made. It's a rematch. Cool. Remastered. Wow. Okay, that's actually would be pretty cool. Like I said, that was years ago when I reacted to the very first ever episode of Death Battle was Boba Fett versus Samus Aran, and now apparently they're bringing it back, but they're remastered it. It looks better, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Like 3D animated, it looks a lot better. And then the fact that they just saw that apparently it looks like Samus might be able to turn into Zero Suit Samus, like she can come out of her suit. Wow. That would have. I'm definitely gonna want to watch that one. Boba Fett versus Samus Aran rematch, remastered. That looks pretty sick. But unfortunately, that'll have to save for next time. So, that'll be it for today, guys. If you disliked the video, give it a thumbs down. If you like, give it a thumbs up. Oh, sorry for yawning. So, until when I'm back with another video, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.